What's happening, Coachella Valley? This is Craig Campbell for CoachellaValley.com, and we are live once again. I got my co-host Francoise Rhodes. She's in the screen on the right there. How you doing, Francoise?
I am fine. Oh my gosh, this is so technologically amazing. I can't believe, Craig, that you pulled all this together. Folks, not
Look
with
at
any of
this.
my help. He's done it all. He and Sean, but you can talk about Sean a bit. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, we got Sean behind the scenes. He's engineering today. He's going to be talking. He has all kinds of roles, but you can catch him on his own Twitter page right now. Hey, tell us about what. No, come on back for a second there, Sean. So Sean's behind the scene. We've been putting this together. Look at the three screens today. Listen, Coachella Valley, we got a great show for you. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things. And Sean, tell them where we can find at your Twitter account as well, because you're going live there for your fans.
Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of exciting. We've got it on Coachella Valley on Facebook, and then we're producing on my Twitter page at Desert Weber. And I'm doing that so we can talk about everything that's going on in Desert Sands and the foundation, and to talk about all the great things that's coming up with our first virtual event in December. Oh,
So
you
we
know
got a
what?
couple of great directors for you. We got the
Yeah,
director of Desert Sands Educational
yeah.
Foundation, that's Sean Webb. And then we've got the director, executive director for the Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce, and that's our own Francoise Rhodes. Traveling with Francoise. Yeah. Hey, you know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and share over to Watch Party. I know you have a few things, Francoise, you want to share with everybody out there. Why don't you start there? I'm going to hit the Watch Party and come back right back at you guys.
Okay, but Sean, don't go away, because Sean, I want you to explain to, there you are. I want you to explain to everybody a little bit more about Desert Sands Unified, exactly what, because I love going to the classrooms, so does Craig. We love going to the classrooms and talking about what we do. So for those who might not know, tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so my name is Sean Webb. I'm the Director of Community Engagement for Desert Sands Unified School District. Desert Sands, we span from basically Bob Hope all the way to Van Buren. So we're Rancho Mirage to the Coachella border. We have 34 schools spanning from TK all the way through 12th grade, K-12. And we have our comprehensive high schools, we've got our middle schools, elementary schools, and right now we're all in virtual learning. I will tell you that we do have small group instruction going on, so that's really exciting to see kids back on campus with teachers and staff. And then we also have some athletic conditioning going on with the current pandemic. But no, we're doing our best, with educating all of our students, and it's been a learning experience for all of us.
And you know what's interesting, Sean, because when I first moved to the Valley, well, I started coming to the Valley probably 25, almost 30 years ago, people didn't even mention children. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, they're not really here. This is just the snowbirds, seniors. But that has changed so much. To hear that you have 34, I mean, that's really incredible. And what are you seeing as far as the youth of the desert? Is it growing? Has it stabilized? Is it shrinking? What do you think?
So that's a great question. So when I first entered Desert Sands, we had about 30,000 students. Now we're about 27,000 students. And you might see it as like, so I think of like La Quinta. I live in the city of La Quinta and the Cove. And a lot of the real estate, just like in the Cove, is changing from what was families is now becoming more people that are retirees and people who are having vacation homes and so forth. So we are seeing some changes. However, we are still building a school on the other side of the 10 and so forth. We have plans to build another elementary school over in the future and so forth. So we do have a lot of homes that are going to be built in North Indio. So we do have the ability to expand and so forth.
But we have all those people now moving out of LA, out of the big cities, coming to the Coachella Valley. So I think it's all going to change for you. I think I see more kids in the future, which is a good thing. I mean, that's what growth is all about. It's about our youth. So awesome. And thanks for doing this, by the way. This is really crazy what we're doing. You know, Craig's been telling me about it, and now here we are, folks. And you can see me, Sean, Craig. Later on, we can have guests. But you know what, though? I still want to be sitting next to Craig once in a while, Sean. So can you make us both look great on one big screen?
We could do this. We could go like this. We could go like this. We got all different types of things. But no, it's been a great collaboration with Craig. With him, I appreciate what you guys do for the desert with covering what's happening and what's going on and so forth. And I met Craig by doing some volunteer work with the American Cancer Society. And with the pandemic, a lot of things aren't going on right now. But you guys realize, and we realize that education's a real big thing right now. And we need to make sure that our families are informed. And it's funny, like I'll share this right now. We have somebody watching from the UK, and they want to know what's going on. So I think
Hey,
that's fantastic that we have people that are able to see what's going on in the Coachella Valley, and you guys provide that format. And that's
hi,
wonderful.
Sarah. Hi, everybody. And by the way, I haven't quite figured out how to see the comments. I know Sean's going to kind of throw some out there. And normally I'm saying hi to everybody. So bear with me. I am the slowest one of this technological group here. So like I say, just bear with me. But hello to everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today for live What's Happening in Coachella Valley. We do have some events to talk about. There are some things going on. So life as it is moving in all different directions. I'm sitting here looking at the golf course and people are playing. You know, there's a lot of golfers out there, a lot of outdoor recreation going on, and Thanksgiving's up this week, so that's kind of crazy as well. And Sean, you know, I'm thinking about the Unified School District, and I'm thinking about the kids today as we're doing all this. And I actually have an internship program going in Borrego, and there were some of the students there that I taught them to address an envelope, which for some of us we were shocked. But the more I talked to them, the more that just really wasn't really in the curriculum. They didn't even think about it. So the world is changing, and I don't know. There's a lot for kids to learn out there.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? I'm back. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just shared you guys over to Today's California. We're also working on traveling with Francoise, doing a little bit of a watch party, even on Coachella Valley. So thank you guys for joining us. And we're on Sean's Twitter page. So thank you for everybody that is joining us today. Hey, you know, we're all about events. And I know you guys have been, did I just interrupt you guys? Were you guys in a heavy conversation?
It's okay, Craig. It's all
well, you know, I'm going to tell you something. Here's a couple things real quick. At Westfield Mall, you know, what's really neat about COVID is you ever see the Smile Direct commercials?
Yeah.
Well, there's a pop-up Smile Direct bus that is the 23rd and 24th. It could be the 24th and 25th at Westfield Mall. So you could actually do some of these things during COVID in a totally different way. So, you know, I love the fact as we continue to kind of grow and develop, watching all these entrepreneurs pull off different things that are going on. I drove by Southwest Community Church. They were doing something outside yesterday as I drove by. It looked like they had a huge screen out there. There were cars all parked out there. It seems like different organizations like churches that have to work outside are starting to figure out different ways to connect with their customers, clients, members, and all those types of things. So I'm kind of excited, even though I know there's a lot of challenges. We got curfews and all things are going on, but there's a lot of creative people starting to create some neat things. I'm starting to see
the car show yesterday. I mean, is that still going on? I think in Palm Springs, but I
don't know. Tell me about the car show.
The McCormick car show, their car show and auction. They actually held it. They not virtually. They held it live. People were going, getting, temperature taken, wearing masks and whatnot. And they said they're going to do it, see how it works. It was an enclosed environment, and I give them, I applaud them for going for it.
I think it's great. And then at the same time, the city council in Palm Desert has the meeting, and they literally to address Desert X. They're like, well, what are you going to do with Desert X? They literally say they put a moratorium until June of 2021 for any events in Palm Desert. Now, I don't understand that. They didn't give much clarification. And at the same time, they went ahead and funded $20,000 for Desert X. So talk about confusing. In one city council, no events, but here's 20 grand to do whatever. And I'm not even sure if Desert X is an event. Is it an event? Is it an art exhibition? I'm not really sure. So many different definitions and rules and information that are coming out as all these new mandates and orders and laws come out. And it's intense.
Yeah, I was reading an article about it, and I took that donation or that funding or whatever you want to call it, that $20,000 as an okay that you can have the Desert X art installation in Palm Desert. That's the way
Me too. That's how I took it too. But then NBC Palm Springs reported when inquired about Desert X, the city council responded that we're not doing any events through June 2021. And just to make it so that everybody isn't up in the air about stuff. So I'm not really sure. There's still a lot more clarification coming. I'm sure Desert X will be throughout the Coachella Valley because Palm Desert's not the only city that would maybe have an art exhibition or art installation there. Such a big thing, the biennial event. Go ahead, Francoise.
No, No, I mean, I hope so. I was just replying to you. I hope it is throughout the Coachella Valley because it is outdoors and it is everything that they want in this COVID world to happen as far as if an event happens. You can social distance easy. I mean, everything. So I do hope it does happen. Yeah. Tell us about your yesterday.
Hey, Christopher, thank you for watching. Are you watching from Boise? I like that. Appreciate that.
Yeah. What about the dog? What about your animal Samaritan? Do you have a dog? I mean, everybody wants to know, did you bring home a pet? What happened?
Oh my gosh. So let me tell you, first of all, yesterday was such a busy day. I started off at the Humane Society of the Coachella Valley. Now, let me tell you something about the Humane Society of the Coachella Valley. It's a no-kill center. They don't kill any animals that they take in. Of course, now they can pass away of old age or, might have to be put down because of health reasons. But the Humane Society of the Coachella Valley, I did not know this, Francoise, is one of Southern California's largest no-kill center. Mm-hmm. They say that the amount of dogs and cats that they are keeping there, that they're actually the largest facility like that in all of Southern California. These are some of the dogs that are actually up for adoption as we speak. They're so beautiful. The neat thing about the Humane Society of the Coachella Valley is the fact you see the size of these dogs.
Yeah.
Many centers will not take large dogs. These guys will take anything. They've said they've had a dog up to 200 pounds in their facility. It's 9 acres that was donated to them. They're out there in North Palm Springs. It was so incredible. The volunteers, the staff, they're working on margins that are so slim because most of what they do to raise money are events. And they've been very not able to take their dogs out and showcase them and be able to, which is how they would be raising money. So please, please, please go over to, it's orphanpet.com. Orphanpet.com is the Coachella Valley's Humane Society. Here, it's a nonprofit, not run by any governmental institution. So you're talking about people that just have a passion and a heart to keep dogs and cats. They have a cat house there that has 42 cats in it. And I went in and I visited them all yesterday. They're so cute. Some fun, some not happy to see me. Some give me the stink eye. Others just, rub their body all up against you. And I visited with.
I'm sorry, because I'm still getting used to it. Folks, you know how I always blurt in on.
Me too. I'm talking all over you guys.
So we'll apologize one time to our audience that we cross each other, but Craige and I are fine with it. We don't care. We just go. So I want to know a couple things. First of all, are they still looking for volunteers to walk the pets and give them some love, to come in and actually give them some love? Can they do that? And second, I also heard that they can take donations besides money of foods and all sorts of things. Did you talk about that at all? Or?
Yes. Okay. So the best thing to do because of COVID is to obviously go to their website, orphanpet.com. That will give you the information. You can do the volunteer application. You can do. You can see some of the needs that they have. You can take a look at each and every pet, by the way, with pictures and video. They have an Instagram and Facebook that it also supports their website with additional information. So to be specific with you, yes, they are looking for volunteers, and you can do an application. They are having a little bit slower process due to COVID, meaning that normally they could bring people in, try them out, have a volunteer day, things like that. Where now it's a much more stringent, I think, process to actually become a volunteer. But absolutely, yes. I did the math yesterday. They have over 100 dogs,
wow.
or 80 plus dogs. If you just walked each dog for 10 minutes a day, you'd be at 800 minutes. You'd be at it would take 2 people full time to walk every one of those dogs just 10 minutes. Yeah. So you can imagine just the amount of time, effort, and energy. And then they have cats. They have the intake. When I was there yesterday, it was so cute. So they have a dog park that if you decide you want to get a dog and you want to adopt, you go through an application process. And then they, background, they do all these different things. And at some point in time, you get to meet your potential pet. And they do it in the dog park. So there was this wonderful family that had already gone through the process. They had already picked the dog. And now comes the time where they're going to meet their potential pet for the first time. And when I first showed up, that was what was going on. And they ended up taking that beautiful dog home. There's about 6 of them in the family. It was so, so neat to see and experience. So, and the other thing is there's definitely not yet. No, I'm in the middle of moving and
furry friend that kind of was calling your name.
Well, I'm in the process of moving. I thought, well, maybe I should head to the cardboard box. Maybe I could get that dog with me. But it brings up a different, interesting thing, Francoise. Do you know that one of their visions is to help the homeless? Because many of the homeless have animals.
Mhm.
And one of the reasons that they don't actually sometimes move on is because they don't know what they can do with their animal. They have started a program and are working on this to house homeless people's dogs and cats while they recover and while they get their own act together and put their lives back together so that their animal can be well taken care of and they know it's safe. Isn't that just so cool?
That's really great. That's really
This
great.
Humane Society needs a lot of help, by the way. They had some challenges in the past, but they are doing some incredible work. You gotta, if you have $1, $5, $10, anything helps. They spend $5,000 in food every 6 weeks
I
to
bet.
feed the animals. $5,000. So, and then of course they have a lot of volunteers. John, the manager there, they have a few people that are actually on the payroll. The president there, Kim, she's working gratis. So we're talking a lot of hard work, and they need more support and help. Go check out their webpage, orphanpet.com, or you can also go to the Humane Society, hsocv.org. Takes you to the same place. It was a great experience. Thank you for asking me, Francoise, out there in North Palm Springs. Hey, if you guys want to know what's going on, this is Craige Campbell for What's Happening in Coachella Valley, and I'm with my co-host, Francoise Rhodes, traveling with Francoise, and we're here talking about news, events, entertainment, and things that are going on in the greater Palm Springs area. What do you got on your schedule there, Francoise? What's
I
happening?
was just going to say too that what we're doing here, folks, is not groundbreaking for Craige. Nothing's groundbreaking for Craige. He tries it all as far as technology goes.
Getting up every morning is groundbreaking for Craige.
For Craige, yes. But we'll be able to bring in guests this way. Even when Craige and I are sitting next to each other, we'll actually be able to bring in guests. And Sean Webb is behind the scenes, moving things all over the place. So we really appreciate it, Sean. Vicki, hi, Vicki.
Hey, good morning, Vicki. How are you doing?
Feedback. We'll definitely be reading all your comments after the show to see what you think, what you like, what you didn't like, and
hey, Cavero, I'm so sorry I'm interrupting you. That's a DJ, Cavero Garcia. Remember we did some live streaming with Cavera's watching in. Hey, good to see you from Coachella. Sorry, Francoise.
I had too much. I'm like one of those.
Hey, look, Jeff's coming. Jeff Seacrest from Borrego.
Borrego Springs. I know Jeff. He's volunteered at the chamber every now and then, so he is out there in Borrego. We talked about it last week.
Hey, Jackie, how you doing? Thanks for saying hello to us. Sorry, the comments are just keep coming now. We got Sean going crazy on the comments.
That's good. Keep them going because we always love watching your. See, I can see the very top of it. Awesome. Wild Lights, Living Desert. You have to buy your tickets online, and it is going to be running through select Wednesdays, November 25th through Sunday, December 27th, 6 to 9 p.m. You have to go to Wild Lights to put you in the holiday spirit at the Living Desert. So you can go to.
So I have some information on Wild Lights. They have some days that are already sold out, Francoise. So make sure you check CoachellaValley.com. I believe I put a story up there, or it's on our Facebook. It's just recent, and it shows you the sold out dates. So of course, you could just go to the Living Desert's website, but I prefer you go to CoachellaValley.com. It's just got more things.
Me too, definitely. And I know it's sold out, and we're going to have to figure out a night that we're going over there because I can't do Christmas without Wild Lights. Also, some other.
Well, we should go on the media night. We did it last year. Maybe we could figure out a way to. Maybe Sean could get us in. He's coming in. Can you get us into the Living Desert Wildlife? You got some connection? I think that's
I have as much connection as you do, Craige. I'm going to go to their website and see what dates are available. I'm going to buy a ticket for my family and I.
So you click on to show us that you're going onto their website. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got it. Most definitely. I wish I had an opportunity.
This show is going to keep you guys entertained and informed about the wildlights and other things. Oh, there he is. Now he's moving us around.
There we go. Hey, I'm just having fun with this.
I think he could put me like off screen if he wants at any time.
And there we did it.
You look like me, Sean. We look at ourselves right in the middle of all this. There's something going on Friday, November 27th, Black Friday over at the Gardens. They're going to be lighting. Let's see. We'll be lighting to its seasonal tree. So if you want to get in the holiday spirit, you might want to do that on Friday, and that's happening. What time? I don't know. Whenever it gets dark.
I'm gonna interrupt you. So after the Humane Society, unfortunately, I had to attend it was a celebration of life, but I attended a funeral yesterday, and it happened to be at the La Quinta Resort. It was very, very interesting. It was unbelievable, beautiful day. Well, afterwards, it ended about 5 o'clock, and so there I have a sunset at the La Quinta Resort and Club, where The Bachelorette it was filmed in 2020 season. If you ever watched, if you're into The Bachelorette, it was done. It
Right.
was filmed right there at that resort. Let me tell you, Francoise, so Christmassy. They had the tree. It was lit because they were working on it. That's what got me even like, I'm like, what is that? So that entire front area had, I'm going to tell you, probably 50 cars that were trying to drive in to the resort. All of the restaurants were operating and everybody was in the center area. It was all Christmas. It was absolutely beautiful. I did a live. You can see it on my Facebook page. It's I think 5,000 people saw it. It was that beautiful and that spectacular. So that's something else you guys can do. You can head right over there today to the La Quinta Resort, put your mask on, walk around, and thoroughly enjoy both their stores that are open there and the restaurants, even if you're not a guest. So something else that you could consider to do and really enjoy with your family.
I think we all need to decorate even more this year to bring back some cheer and spirit for us. For the children that love all the holiday decorations, for the adults like me that love all the holiday decorations. I think if anything, this is because more people are going to be home. They're traveling. They are traveling. It's crazy. 1 million people took flights.
I mean, you're not talking tattoos or anything like that. You're not talking about personal decoration, are you?
Well, yeah. Well, that's you can do that. I don't care. But no, I think we need to get these decorations out. We need to put them up. We need to get lights up all over the place. So when we do drive around and we're not maybe in large groups of people, we can still enjoy with our family all the lights and all the beauty and all the gorgeousness of the holiday season. That's my.
Hey, did you hear that there's a winning lottery ticket out there?
Not mine.
Okay, well, it's too bad. It's too bad because it's $26 million, I believe. I was really hoping, Francoise, that you would have some good news for me today.
I know. Well, you have to play the lottery to actually win the lottery.
That's true. I don't play it either.
I forget to play. It's not that I don't want to, because I love going to a casino and stuff, but it's I just don't even think to play. I don't know. I always forget. I think I would be one of those that played the same numbers all the time, hoping they would win one of these days.
Yeah, and you'd always feel bad that if you change the number the one time, that would be the time that it wins, and back and forth. I bet you Sean has the winning ticket. I bet he has the winning ticket.
I don't have the winning ticket. I wish I did, Craig. But I was wondering if I could share a little bit about an upcoming event that we have coming on for the foundation. I briefly shared about it with Francois. But
yes.
Francois, I'm sure you guys have covered it in the past. It was called CamFest.
Mm-hmm.
And let me go ahead and add
Children's Arts and Music Festival. And there it is.
And
December
traditionally,
6th to
Francois,
12th,
we would traditionally, Francois, we would have this event over at the Indian Wells Tennis Gardens.
Yep.
Last year we had close to 10,000 people there, but this year it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to happen for 7 straight days, where we're going to have small videos where we highlight all of our Desert Sands students in art, music and choir, dance, theater, photo and video, and then music and band. And then on the last night, we've got a great video where our committee has written a song, and we produced a great video that's got community members, students, and staff all part of it. So it's going to be pretty awesome. And what's amazing is we're looking for sponsorships. And believe this, we've already gotten about $15,000 in sponsorships. Wow, even though we're in a pandemic, we've gotten some great sponsorships, but we are looking for some new ones. I do want to give a little shout out real quick to the ones that have already sponsored, because I think that's amazing that even during these times they're able to do things like this. But I want to give a shout out to RBC Capital Markets, Kaiser Permanente, Atkins, Andelson, Loya, Rudd, and Romo, the City of Indio. Their City of Festivals. We're a festival, so they're supporting us. Runau Clark Architects, Provident Bank, La Boutique Pharmacy, and then Sully Entertainment Group. It's just fantastic that even during these times, they're able to give back to us. And
what a great group.
Awesome.
Sean, it was so cool because you and I did a live together and got a donation while we were doing it. We were sharing CamFest, and you put up the PayPal, and it came in while we were just chit chatting. It was so exciting. And Francoise, was so cool about Facebook. I always tell you I love the algorithm. It actually invited a few of their sponsors to see the show. So they're like, oh, we're already sponsoring, so here they're on watching us, share about CamFest. And I always think that's an added benefit, because if you are a sponsor, you are somebody that puts forward, I would say even now, we say CamFest, and Facebook kind of says, well, I'm going to go grab a few more people live because I know that they're interested in CamFest. I really believe that happens. And I think it all works symbiotically. It's just really, I'm very excited. You have such great support for the Children's Arts and Music Festival, and working so hard to put that together. And it's going to be neat. Like you said, 6 different little snippets, like 10, 12-minute, showing the different genres.
Yep.
And then they're going to culminate on the 7th day, kind of a all-together thing, like Sean had said. So we're sponsored, we're media sponsors, and we're very excited.
Very awesome. I like that. A little graphic across the bottom.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what we need, Francoise.
Yeah,
It should say help, help, help. Ours.
No, Craig, I want to point out that the last time we were on with Christy, the founder and our vice president of our foundation and the founder of CamFest, we had $150 in donations come in through the CamFest text to donate there. So I want to thank your viewers for doing that.
That was so, and we didn't even put any notification or anything. We just came on live, and started streaming. Thank you so much to our fans.
Yeah, your viewers did that, so I want to thank you definitely for that, and that, I love that we were able to do this partnership.
Well, try
Me too.
We're able to have this partnership,
do better.
definitely.
You can do better out there than 150.
Yeah.
Call right now. Donate right now.
I agree. Thank you, Francois. Keep on asking for us.
It's live. It's happening. CamFest is an annual event, and it's happening December 6th through the 12th, right there on the webpage, the official camfest.org, and you can check it out. And Sean Webb, you're so excited. You brought me back into this one, and I appreciate it so much. We're going to do a lot of things. I'm very interested in Desert Sands Unified School District and all the school districts. Sean, I made a mistake. I got called out by the superintendent of the school district. I was talking that, schools are open. It's like, gosh, people should realize schools are open. I think the better term is that they're operational. They're not necessarily physically open, but they are. The campuses are open for certain things, like the film and broadcast studio class that I attended, because you got to have people physically there on set, or the hospital, some of the health classes and things. There's a lot of physical touching and things that are needed, and as a result, they actually are on campus doing some of those things.
And when we talk about the kids that are on campus, these are our special needs classes and so forth that are have the individualized educational plans. Those students are on campus at the various school sites throughout the Coachella Valley. I want to point out that Desert Sands is just one of 3 school districts in the Coachella Valley. We are the largest, with about almost 30,000 students, with a total of about almost 70,000 students in the Coachella Valley itself. But no, I just want to point out that the small groups that are on campus are for special needs programs, as well as our athletic programs that are in conditioning. Because our goal is we want to get back to campus as much as possible. And with that being said, we're excited to be there as much as we are now.
Well, it's all about hybrid learning. I'm sorry, go ahead, Francoise.
Well, I kind of think, Sean, to help the donation process, you actually should get Craige to do some sort of routine online to raise money, or think about it. We need to put Craige out there to do a song or something.
Well, I will tell you, we are looking for people to be part of this. Do I start singing
now, or
no.
what do I do?
Hey, wait. I'm going to put you to it right now. I'm going to give you guys some homework, and I know that Christy would be really excited if you guys could give me a video of yourself recorded this way, just yelling it out, CamFest goes on. Because we're putting that as part of our virtual videos for the 7 days, and we're going to include as many people as possible in the community. So if you could just record yourself, CamFest goes on, send it in to us, tag us on social media.
We're going to do it right now. The 3 of us are going to do it right now, and then you're going to peel this out of the video. So we're going to do it now. Maybe get rid of we could keep the CamFest thing at the bottom if you want, or we could just do the 3 of us. You ready?
Okay,
what are we saying? What are we saying?
Oh, yeah, I want to get this.
CamFest goes on.
CamFest goes on.
Okay, you ready?
Count
1, 2, 3.
CamFest goes on.
Okay, we got to do better than that. That was horrible. Let's try it one more time. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Campus
goes
goes
on.
on. It's a little bit tough to do it virtually like this.
Okay, well, that's as good as you're going to get, Sean. I hope you can work with that.
Okay. Yes, most definitely. Thank you. And once again, thank you for having me on. And I love this collaboration that we're doing with you guys. And I'll let you guys continue on with your show. And I'll be behind the scenes here, trying to direct them to the right websites and links and so forth.
Good luck,
Okay,
Sean.
great. Well,
Thank you,
with that
Francois.
said, thank you. Hey, you know what,
Craige,
Francois? One of the cool things, Snow Valley and our resorts, our ski resorts, Wrightwood and others have opened up. I didn't expect it, something I just didn't, see coming. And it's happening. So that's another thing that people can be doing for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. Of course, there's a lot of different rules. So you're going to want to go to the particular websites. But they've done a great job. I mean, Snow Valley's got lifts that are open. They got snow up there, and it's already running and happening. And people are already commenting about how much fun they're having and just the great experience of being outdoors once again. So that's something we could do for the holidays.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up Thanksgiving because we want to give a shout out to Johannes, who's so good to the show. Even with COVID, we've been giving some certificates away. But Johannes and Palm Springs are doing a simple, delicious Thanksgiving dinner under the stars. So they have that out there. They have this whole new outdoor patio seating that they actually just built within the last couple weeks. So they can get their patrons outside. It's beautiful. So they have a couple courses to choose from. Remember, anywhere you go, you're going to need to make reservations. But a lot of the restaurants, I give them, props big time that they are being creative about Thanksgiving. They're trying to have as many of you outside as possible. But Johannes, in Palm Springs, give them a call, join them for their Thanksgiving dinner. It's going to be fantastic. They're probably going to sell out, so I give them a call today. But it's Johannes in Palm Springs, Johannes Restaurant. So Thanksgiving is challenging this year for a lot of people, Craig, because they don't really know, should we be with people, should we not be with people? Maybe, step back and just go to a restaurant and not worry about the whole large.
Well, here are the rules. Here are the rules. The current rules, only 3 households and up to 15 people. They've actually, I think yesterday they clarified an actual number. So up to 15 people, 3 households, outdoors, got to sanitize your bathroom. They don't want you to be there longer than 2 hours. So yeah, maybe something, like you said, going out to dinner might be a better way to go. Limit the amount of people that are coming. I don't know how you do that. Of course, we have these mandates, we have these curfews, and both Riverside County and the curfew in Riverside County or California, 10 o'clock, everything's closed until 5 o'clock unless it's a essential business. So like the Yard House was open until 11:30, 12:30. It's now going to have to close a little bit earlier to get people home by 10. So it's going to definitely have a big impact on what's happening with this particular curfew. And things are changing. But Riverside County and Orange County Sheriff's Department made a statement right afterwards saying, we're going to keep our emergency phone lines available for things that are emergencies. And they're not deeming people tattletelling on each other that this is happening or that happening or no mask wearing. They're not going to be responding to those things. I think that they were trying to make a point that the curfew is here, but it might be something that people really need to self-police and really do themselves because they don't have the staff to really be picking up people that are just outdoors.
And you know what? I don't want them to have to focus on that. They are more, I'm not going to say important, but they have other things that are a little bit more dire that they do need to be focusing on besides running to a restaurant or going out in the street and telling someone to put a mask on and all. I mean, really, we have to use our brains. Don't get me started. I want to do one thing real quick though. JohannesPalmSprings.com. That's our website, JohannesPalmSprings.com. So, but yeah, I just, anyway.
Well, let me talk about the weather. It's warm. Oh, hey, Sean, how you doing?
Hey, good. I want to let you know that since you guys have been talking, there's been a couple of comments that came in, and I didn't want to interrupt you guys. But photos by Lauren Green.
Yeah, how you doing, Laura?
Hello.
What's going on?
You guys inspired her. You're inspired her to go to the La Quinta Resort tonight.
Oh, good.
Oh, very good. Yeah, she might have saw my live yesterday. In fact, I think I saw Laura come on. She lives in La Quinta Cove there. So I think I'm getting her outdoors in her backyard. I love doing that. That's what this show's about.
At the tail end of you talking about the dogs, we had somebody come and says, go adopt the big doggies. So that was fun. And then this is a little bit of a longer comment. Just came in. This is somebody who's, I'll read this off because, like I said, it's a longer comment. This person's watching from Chicago. They spent the 1 month in Palm Desert in '74 at the Vic Braden Tennis College. I don't even know what that is. And they love seeing the Bob Hope Desert Classic and enjoyed the date malts. Returned there in the summer of '88 while living in LA. Love the Purple Shadow Mountain views. That's James True from Chicago. Gotta love people from all over the country watching your show, Craige.
Hey, James, I got an update on the PGA West too, because it's coming up. And you know, they are going to have the tournament this year, Sean. They're just not doing it with fans. And of course, we're going to be media sponsors out there again. Francoise and I have been doing stuff for and with that tournament for a long, long time. And we'll have some more information about what's happening and who's coming and what's going on. But that tournament is happening. Going to be right there, PGA West and the other three different golf courses that are there. It'll be incredible, like it always is. Just no people. So it's going to be a little interesting. And no rock concert this year.
No,
no. And I have to say, Craige, I have to say thank you again for last year. Do you remember when I saw you last year at the rock concert at the PGA?
I think you still owe me some money for that 8x10 I took of you there.
Well, that was beautiful. No, you saved me, because not only that, you took an amazing photo and you displayed my Wi-Fi on CoachellaValley.com, but you saved my wife and one of her girlfriends because they had to go to the bathroom, and you got them into access to a restroom. So thank you.
Oh, yes, now I remember that. Oh, and I got a lot.
That was more important than the photo.
Oh my gosh! And you know what, Sean? I mean, I know we digress. I appreciate you telling that, because I actually got in trouble for that. You know,
the media center with those people.
I had to walk them into the media center to use the bathroom. It's the biggest faux pas that any published, any person who's got credentials. Oh, you don't mind if I just bring my friends to use your bathroom or whatever? But she was about to pee right there. It was an emergency. It was an emergency.
My friend Jessica loves you to death for that, and she's probably, if she's watching, she's probably like singing, "Why the hell is Sean saying that right
now?" Oh my gosh! Anyway, thank you so much. I forgot all about that.
No problem.
That was cool. That was really cool. So. Like I said, except for the backlash, that's never fun. Your superintendent got on me on the schools, but he's right. Because Francoise, I had said like a couple of times that people don't know the schools are open. So here I'm like, they're open, and superintendent's like, that's not really accurate. They're operational, they're hybrid, and they are open on campus for certain things like we've already talked about. But most of it's virtual learning, and I think what I'm really trying to communicate through the things like we did with the senior sunrise that are over at Shadow Hills on Wednesday, is that kids in school is still happening, is the point I'm making. That it's going on, and there are activities, there are clubs, there are on-campus things happening, like I've showed you, and that's the whole point. I was just trying to bring that attention and awareness that there's a lot of kids that are doing a lot of things in 3 different school districts here, and I want to continue to highlight that, because I think it lifts my spirit, Francoise, to know that these things are actually going on. And sometimes I'm just not aware. I'm not aware.
Hey, and we're not perfect. We make mistakes, but you know what? At least we're trying. We're trying to bring some information to all of you out there. And also, if you find a mistake, at least we know you're listening. How do you know that we don't just throw a mistake in there once in a while? So we do know you're listening.
Wow, you're good.
And I'll tell you, the beautiful thing is the district realizes this, and we have a weekly 2 times a week. We're on Tuesday mornings and Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. called Classroom Conversations. And Francoise, we've been on many a times with one of your friends that you worked with in the past, Mary Perry. She joins me many times. I work with her right in my department. And then you guys know Chef Mary Trimmins, who worked a long time with New Leaf Catering, worked with a lot of other chefs and restaurants out here. I want to say she did a lot of stuff with Jennifer's Kitchen, but she's my co-host, and we're on every Tuesday and Thursday, and we're highlighting everything great Desert Sands, what our community partners are doing, as well as giving real life like up-to-date information about what's going on with schools and so forth. Yeah.
Was that just me, or were there some little problem with the audio there?
I don't know. I heard him pretty well. I think he's okay.
Okay, so maybe it was just me. Okay.
Well, who knows?
Yeah,
well, you know what? We're going to move to the desert. We're feeling a little, to the weather. We're feeling a little warm, aren't we? It was 87 yesterday. The average right now, Sean, Francois, is supposed to be about 74. So we're still kicking, the heat up here. In the 80s again today. Can you believe it? But Monday, Tuesday, guess what? We're right back at normal temperatures, which usually means there's going to be wind, because when we have such a drastic change. The only reason I bring it up is this has been such a crazy year. We had a record-breaking summer for days and triple-digit days. October, we had the first 23 straight days were over 100 degrees. And yesterday it's 87, about 20% hotter than it's supposed to be. And then all of a sudden, tomorrow it's going to be back to normal again. I mean, that's the desert, isn't it? That's the Coachella Valley. It doesn't really change. Snowed up in the mountain. We had the snow guessing contest ended as we talked about the snow resorts opening. And yet right now it's 80 some degrees and it's blue skies in the Coachella Valley. And Southwest Airlines is flying now to PSP. They started this week.
Yeah. Is it weird that I have the heater on and the door open?
Yes.
Yeah, is that weird? That's strange. Well, I want the fresh air, but I don't want the house to get too cold. So, and somewhere in between, as the day goes on, it sort of balances itself out.
Yeah, the AC comes on, then the heat comes on, then the AC comes on, and the heat comes
in fact,
on.
I turned the AC on last night because the house got warm. So I turned it on, cooled the house down, turned it off, and then to turn the heat back on. I know this is way too much information for everybody, but in the morning the heat came on. So we are having definitely a plethora of weather. Is that what that means?
Same thing is happening here at the Campbell household as well. AC came on a little bit, and then I made sure the heat was on for the evening because I didn't want to get cold in my bed. That's just the way it is out here. It's very neat. People don't realize just the drasticness. If you have a 70-degree day, you could have a 35-degree low night.
Yeah.
And that is quite a big change. And I think people don't realize that we do get down to freezing actually here in the desert. And I have physically been here on the ground floor in India when it snowed, when there's actually physical snow hitting the ground and sticking. So pretty amazing place that we live here. So I digress. I just wanted to say it's heating up, warming up, and talk a little bit about the weather because I think it's important out here.
Yeah.
Like I said,
friends that are listening from all over the world. In fact, I said to someone today, they were telling me about something somewhere. I said, are you rubbing it in? So now I kind of feel like, are we bragging because we have this? My friends in Chicago said it's cold. Friend in Iowa said it's cold. So no, we're not bragging. We just want you to know what's going on out here. That's all.
No, we are bragging because we
okay.
suffer 120 degrees on the other end for 5 months, and we're not bragging then, at all.
True.
So right now I'm
Okay.
bragging. This is our perfect time. This is our season. This is when we shine. And this is when the Coachella Valley makes a lot of money. We have a lot of things closed. And, I'm going to continue, COVID, something I learned yesterday, it's in the bag. It's in the bag has announced its closing due to COVID. 30 years that family has been here. It's in the bag, announced yesterday or this weekend that they are closing their facilities for 30 years because travel industry is gone. They don't have anybody that's coming in, and they're buying everything on Amazon now, and they have a few specialty items, but not enough. Very, very sad. They came here in 1990 and decided to fill the gap that they filled, and it's in the bag. You've heard their commercials and stuff for years and years, announced their closing due to COVID.
Did they mention that because they were getting a very strong online presence, online sales? So I'm hoping, and I don't know, but I'm hoping that they continue at least with their online store because they were really growing with that. But yeah, that's one of those stores that you love to walk in and walk around and touch and feel and look and purchase. It was just one of those type of stores because you never know what you were going to see in there. That's sad. That really breaks my heart. Yeah, I do have some positive things to talk about in travel.
Please do.
I mean, I do. Well, no, not yet. I'm going to save it for the travel show. You don't get it. It's for the travel show.
Oh, are you doing a travel show too? Maybe we should tell Sean.
I was just
you can just go live. You can just go live on your own stuff too.
Yeah.
Either way.
I thought we were doing. I don't know. That's what I thought.
I don't either. We'll see if Sean sticks around. Either way, we got you covered.
I figured I was going to go back to old school live Facebook, so Sean doesn't have to work on that show. Hey.
Well, letting him off the hook.
Yeah.
I had him reeled in. Oh, here he's coming back.
Are you trying to pull me in for something else, Craige? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Well, of course I am. Of course I am, Sean. I know what I got. You're a jewel, man. I'm gonna have you help me as long as possible. No, she just mentioned her show. I just didn't know if you were producing it as well, but
I had not planned on it.
Sean,
so let me tell you, if you really want to put pressure on people on invitations, do it live. And do it live on Facebook because it's tough. You can see it's hard for them to say no.
No, I'm just going to go old school live Facebook. I'll be on.
Oh, there you go, Sean.
There you go. There. I will point out that while you guys were talking, you did have another comment from James from Chicago. I do want to put that up there.
Oh,
That
great.
he talked about the polo matches and the swimming pools and the outdoor dining and all the things going on great in Palm Springs. It's pretty awesome.
You know, I really appreciate the fact that you bring these things up because we have a horse jumping area in Thermal. It used to be called HITS. I forget what the name of it is right now, but it's operational. I mean, this is one of the world's largest jumping areas, world class setup, and they bring, you know, the HITS used to bring 6,500 horses out here to compete. And I want to let you guys know that those are still going on. These events are still happening. They just do it amongst their members, amongst the equestrians themselves and friends. It's very limited, but you know, he's right out there in Chicago. We have an amazing amount of things that go on out here in the Coachella Valley, record-breaking everything, it feels like. You know, even our Veterans Day Parade was canceled, largest in Southern California. I mean, it's kind of surprising to understand that this
Rose
little
Parade.
area out here.
Dana
So
Point.
you gotta-
Oh yeah, there you go.
Parade.
Thank you. There you go. Desert International Horse Park. Thank you, Laura Green. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
I actually went to a presentation by the Desert International Horse Park, and they talk about the economic impact to the Coachella Valley in regards to what equestrian has and the polo and all the different things that go along with horses. And it's in the hundreds of millions of dollars of what comes to the
Incredible.
Coachella Valley for polo, equestrian, anything horses. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if the polo. I don't think polo's running. Right? Is that correct? Do we know? I think the polo events
I've not
are
seen
done,
anybody.
but the international horse events, the jumping contests, are continuing. So.
Right. A lot of changes they canceled the Parade of Lights, the boat Parade of Lights in Dana Point this year at the harbor. And I know some of the others are going to do the same because it draws so many spectators along, you know, the seawalls and stuff of people watching that they decided that they had to cancel it. However, you can still go down to the marinas and look around because people will be decorating their boats and things. And that's always fun. You know, go drive around all these marinas in Long Beach, Redondo Beach, Dana Point, San Diego, and look at all the decorations on the boats. So, but their organized boat parade of lights will not be happening. Yeah. But like I said, I do have some fun stuff. Not a lot, but some things to talk about. Where'd Craig go? Oh, there he is. In the travel
I'm here.
that will.
Yeah, just checking out our little list. You know, we're getting near noon time. You know, we've had a great time. We've been chit-chatting here for about 47 minutes, according to our little clicker at the left-hand corner there. Talking about what's happening in the Coachella Valley and the greater Palm Springs area with my co-host, Francoise Rhodes. And we've had Sean Webb from the Desert Sands Educational Foundation, the director there joining us, engineering in the background, helping us out. It's so cool. Look at all the little overlays, you know, our names, our logos, and the things that we, and the split screens, all being done live on Facebook for you guys, and then it'll be embedded into our website later so the rest of the people around the world can see it, and on our YouTube page. You know, we got so many things going on and so many ways to connect with us. Drop us a message, drop us stories. We're interested in stories. We'll publish those stories. You can message us about the information on that. Send us your videos, send us your photos, and we'll continue to spread those around our different brands. Today's Canada. Today's California, traveling with Francoise. We've got the official camfest.com website. We mentioned CamFest, and that fundraiser coming up December 6th through the 12th. There you go. Perfect. I love it. And we're continuing to do some stuff. Desert Sands and Sean and I, Francoise, are working on taking this show actually into maybe Palm Desert High School and having some of the students help us out producing this to give them a little bit of a rush and give us a little bit of fun. So we're working out some of the details on that. I know I talked to you about that, Francoise. How exciting would that be for us to be able to do this with some of the kids and allow them to film us and maybe even join us, or maybe we can film them, who knows? Yeah. So I think that'd be very exciting. To bring practicality, I think, to the classroom in real life situations, I think is always a dynamic impact on kids and learning experience and their impressions as it goes forward. Wouldn't you rather do something that lives and that's live than necessarily, you know, study an old case or just film for yourself? So it's a great opportunity. We're kind of exploring how we could utilize their set and then some of our contacts in the media world and blend them together as a public and private enterprise and media too. So there you go.
All right.
Lots of things are happening.
Yeah, lots of great things. Well, Craig, thank you, and Francois, it's great seeing you guys again and being part of this and collaborating with you. I look forward to future opportunities to do this.
Thank you,
You bet,
Sean.
Sean.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you got it.
So, Francoise, I'll help you share over on watch parties and other things for your traveling show. Don't forget, today's California. Francoise, right there on the screen. She'll be coming right back at you in about 10 minutes on today's California.com.
Not about 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I like it.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. If we don't
Yeah,
see you before
happy
then,
Thanksgiving.
everyone have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Is that this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we should have mentioned that Thanksgiving is happening on Thursday. And we definitely wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you later.